Hi, Paul Hefty here with the Triangle O football system. I'd like to talk about game day preparation. This consists of about 50 years of experiences where first as a player at the high school level, several sports with some really successful programs and mentors, and then on as a player at the college level with various sports, again, some great experiences and mentors, and then on to coach at the college level as both as a coordinator, a head coach, and then kind of going back full circle, uh, working at the high school level, ninth grade level, youth level, and now as a consultant. So what I want to talk about is just some consistent themes and ideas that I've found to be very successful for any of those levels as you do team travel, some of your team principles, and then a team mindset so you can finish very strong. Let's take a look. All right, when we talk about team travel, this is something I got from Dan Marlowe, who was my defensive coordinator when I was a head coach in college, and then was a teammate of mine who had been at Oregon State and at Northern Illinois, just down the road, very successful periods. And he said, we want to look at this as a business trip, meaning we want to be and look like a professional all the time when we're traveling. This means it's not a holiday trip. This isn't a vacation you're going on. This is where it needs to have a purpose. So you still can have fun, you can be light, but you got to find a balance here where you're mature and you're purposeful in the way you have that fun. Again, it's about doing things the right way. Big thing is just making sure you understand that it's time to grow up in the moment and have some focus here. Number two, this is something, be respectful, I got from my head college coach, Bob Naslin. You know, there's one thing that he did really well is we had a large group of individuals with different backgrounds, different beliefs, different ideas of how to prepare. And he let everyone have those different ways to prepare, but at the same time being respectful of those differences. So again, as you interact and you're finding that business approach, if we're all in that same mindset, be respectful to everyone you interact with that day. Your teammates, your coaching staff, the support staff. It can be the athletic trainers, it can be the bus drivers. If you stop somewhere on your travel, we're going to look like a professional, classy group and say thank you and you're welcome and so forth as you go through that restaurant or rest stop facility. And then lastly, when you get to your opponent, you want to be respectful and classy as you enter their facility. It's their home, remember, you're the guest. Then last, real simple, just be in the moment. Again, I want you to have fun. I want you to enjoy the experience and not be tight, but it's about finding some balance in that. So not too cool, not too confident, but be positive with it. And even keel, no highs or lows. Next, we want to talk about team principles for the pregame. There's three points that I want to talk about that I learned as a head coach and have used and found to be really successful, even at the youth level and then with consulting when I talk to other programs. Number one is be the toughest team. Yes, you want to be the most physical, but what we're talking about here specifically is being mentally tough. What this means is we want to be able to be focused, like we said, on the moment and be a professional. So once you set foot on the bus, we want to make sure that we're holding each person accountable. This is what real leadership is, so that we're being professionals. There's a positive way to do this also, so that we stay on course. Number two, believe you will be successful. You know, one of the great things I get to do is to do these site visits and actually work with the coaches, you players, and see how hard you work. The key to confidence and really believing you're going to be successful is that you've earned the right through hard work and preparation. There's no doubt in my mind that you're well prepared because you've got great coaches, and there's no doubt in my mind that you've worked hard to be ready for this moment. So again, like I say, have cool confidence with a pinch of humility, but believe you're going to be successful and don't even question that. And then third, never give up. And this is kind of a unique definition I've got of this. What this means is there's going to be a moment where you make a mistake or your confidence, your spirit's been broken. You cannot let your body language tell that opponent that you are broken. Never let them think it will be. Make sure you get up, you get ready to go, and you bring that same energy right away. So there's never an opportunity for them to think that your spirit is broken. The second part of this, though, is there is going to be a moment where they're going to be able to be broken. When you see this, you sense it, you've got to take advantage of it. And this is the key again with real leadership. Don't wait for a coach to tell you that. Once you see this and sense this, you let your teammates know and you go take advantage of that moment. That's what a professional does. Third thing then is our team mindset or our game day mindset. 3 key points here. The first one, something I got from former head coach I worked for, Jim Scott, who was the head coach at Aurora University, brought football back there and made them into a national contender. He used to always talk about football is about emotion. And if you bring it all day, good things will happen. I learned and like to believe that if you combine that emotion with cool confidence, then you have real confidence. And then you're going to be able to handle the highs and lows of a game that nothing can break you. Number 2, this is one thing that a lot of people forget, but I really have believed in, and it changed everything for me as a player and then as a coach, was to remember at the core of it all is to have fun. It is a game. If you give a great effort, you're well prepared, and you bring great emotion, and you are able to make the people around you better, then you're going to have fun, and so will your teammates. And again, you want to do this right away with your warm-ups into the game and when you leave the field and even when you celebrate. The key here is to do this with your teammate. You don't engage with the other opponent. Just let them see you having fun, and that in itself will break them, even in the good times and the bad times. When they feel like they've got you or you're struggling, keep having fun. That will break any hope they have of defeating you. And then last, you got to finish. You got to play like a champion all the way through, obviously, but do it with class, do it with some respect, and enjoy the moment and have fun because it's just a great game. You know, finish like a pro. The last thing I'd like to leave you with, I always used to say this as a coach, and this combines everything I've talked about here. Let's not worry about the scoreboard. Let's go out there and bring that same effort, that same emotion, that same joy of playing a game, regardless of the situation. And just go ahead and see what happens throughout the game. And then at the end, we'll look up and usually the scoreboard will look the way we want it to be. I wish you good luck. Hopefully you feel like you've earned it, and hopefully you go act like a pro in everything you do here. Thanks.